Hello, everyone. Welcome back to No Man's Sky 2.54. We are continuing the Artemis mission. Today, we are doing 16 of 16. Locate and board your starship. It's up there. Oh my goodness. That's the little hole that the Atlas threw us down in at the end of the last episode. And yeah, let's go. Try not to fall in the hole that I just dug. Oh boy. Way up there. Okay. I don't know what's going on with the volume. I turned it up and it seemed to get quieter. It's kind of typical. Oh, there's a predator. Hi. Okay. Let's try this again. Good grief. This is... Was a ship up there? This would have been awesome with like a purple jetpack. There we go. Alright. Oops. It was like seriously a long way down. What's that thing? Oh, it's just a rock? I thought it was a ship. Like, cool. Lots of predators. Oh, I don't have any food. Great, I turned on my flashlight. Stop it. Go eat food. Leave me alone. Alright. What, another one? Look, there's food over there. Good grief. I don't need that oxygen. There's no telling where we are, but we are in Euclid somewhere. We won't know until we launch. And doesn't look like there's any damage, so... Oh, boy. This is a super emotional part of this thing, so here we go. Get out your tissues. I clamber into the safety of my ship, nauseous, calmed. I feel as if I'm going to be sick. I almost throw up, but as I'm about to do so, a voice speaks to me from my exosuit. My illness disappears. Disgust, fear, panic response detected. Countermeasure deployed. Purge neutralized. It's the voice of my exosuit, telling me it has rescued me. It has been with me since my very first awakening, warning me of hazardous conditions, hostile enemies, and financial transactions. In a strange sense, this voice is my oldest friend, a constant companion through thick and thin. The exosuit doesn't answer, but I do feel better. Talking to a computer as if it's alive, well, I've made a habit of that lately, I suppose. I was born with the capacity to do so many things. I would have liked to have lived longer if I could have. My brief happiness fades. I need to warn those I know. I need to warn all the travelers I can. The multiverse ends in 16 minutes. If we have hours, days, years left within this false space, I do not know. All right. Everything's okay. Let's go. space station. We are, oh, wow. Okay. Way, way over in the Beta Delta quadrant line. That's cool. Surprised I didn't crash into that asteroid. Seem to have lost the music here. It's weird to, like, be without the music, you know? It's like it's there all the time and then it's gone, and it's disturbing. Is this purposeful? Is there no shields because I'm doing this? What do we got here? We have a developing Gex system that is lawless. There we go. Couldn't see the marker. The planet looked horrid, and I thought it was a dead planet, but apparently it's horrid, but it's a hot planet. All right, here we go, I think. Oh, that's interesting. The last holo terminus, I think it was, had a trade post right next to it. So we need to send a message alerting travelers of the situation. So here we go. Network failure. The terminal is a stream of warnings and errors, each warning a total failure. But I must do what I can. I must tell others what I've learned. Attempt to broadcast. I warn the travelers of what I've learned. These worlds are not real. The Atlas is not a god. It's a machine simulating countless realities for some unknown purpose. And after millennia of operation, the Atlas is coming to an end. There are 16 minutes until the system fails. Though we cannot know how much time we have left within the simulation, the time has come to make peace and say goodbye. I finish my message, not knowing if anyone will hear it. I look out across this world, wondering how much might be left to discover, how much beauty might be lost. I know what I must do. All paths have led me there. Each portal has brought me closer and closer. I must go to the center of this galaxy. It's the epicenter of the glitch. I will say goodbye to my friends if I can, and then I'll confront our creator. I'll find out what happens next. Alright, it says find the next Atlas interface. But what we really need to do is go to the anomaly. And this time I do it because it's an interesting interaction. It's not just Nata constantly telling us not to go down this road, not to go through portals, don't talk to Null, don't trust anyone. This time it's different. Apparently, I have significant salvage data on me. It's not surprising. Also, you can see the weekend mission event is up there. It's still Sunday. It's still Sunday of last week. All right. You know now, don't you, of our simulated nature of the end? The Atlas. It is failing. It resets itself again and again and again in its panic, trying to purge what it sees as an anomaly. But each purge changes nothing. The boundaries continue to fall. Atlas will die in 16, but we do not have to go so soon. It does not need to lead us in fear. How many times has this happened? I do not know. I do not think we can know. Some things are external to the cycle. All must end. Time must end. Even here, Nada and Polo cannot escape reality fall. Data cannot survive. Make peace. Find happiness. Be who you want to be. Goodbye, companions. Goodbye, stars. I will remember. Nada and Polo will continue travels, continue acting as we always have. I think that's so interesting because all this time, since we woke up, since before that, since Nada's flotilla protected that commander and his crew, all this time Nada has known because Nada has lived through all of these reiterations. It's almost like when they first tell you at the very beginning, when you first enter the anomaly, they tell you that the anomaly is outside space-time. But is the anomaly outside of the simulation? I've always wondered that. Hopefully the new lore that's coming up will tell us. The Atlas is dying. It wants me to reset it, to plunge myself through its interface at the center of the galaxy. But to do so may reset this world, my life, all that I know. I don't know if I can do it. If you don't choose seek the final interface right there, the mission doesn't start. So if that's what you want to do, finish the mission, then click on seek the final interface. Let's go in here, the Purge. This is a series of warps. You can warp back and forth between two stars, 16 or 17 times, how many times it takes. You can warp towards the core. You can warp away. You can go anywhere you want to go. But you do have to use warp fuel to do this. Let's see here. That's not as far as we can jump. We'll go that way. If you don't already have your portal glyphs, this part of the mission gives you the portal glyphs. So you can just go through and you'll get a data interjection or injection, excuse me. Ooh, hello. It's activated. Data injection, sequence received, source unknown. And that'll be glyph number 1. In the lower right corner, you see the sunrise glyph, Atlas sequence 1 of 16. I'm not really going anywhere. I'm just going sort of away from the center. Here's one. You can teleport to another part of space, but you'll have to go into your log and click reset. If you teleport to a different part of the galaxy, you'll have to click the reset button on the mission, and it should just take you to the next step. You want to wait for the data injection. Here it is. And glyph number 2. There we go. If you don't wait, you're just adding jumps, so it's better to just wait rather than waste the warp fuel. You can also take your time on the Purge. You can just stop in each system. You can pick wealthy systems and check them out. It's just that each warp is a progression along the line. Here's Apollo. Well, I got your message. It's been a lot to take in. A simulation. Everything's not real. It feels like it doesn't matter, I suppose. Not if we're going to die anyway. And I've been thinking about that. If the problems of this universe are due to the Atlas crying for help, then it's been crying for a long time. Those 16 minutes, I bet we have years before we die. I've been thinking a lot about it. How we couldn't meet, even though we seem to be standing in the same place. I don't think we really were in the same location at all. I think those portals, they don't transport us. They transform us. They cut through dimensions. That's what I think, anyway. It's the only way to explain it. And if the walls between worlds really are failing, maybe we'll be able to have a drink together before the apocalypse after all. Goodbye, Apollo. I say goodbye, telling Apollo that I am on a journey to the center. They tell me that they will race me there. We speak of the memories we have shared, though we did not know each other for very long, though we did not meet. They say that they are proud to have worked with me. Goodbye, friend. We don't get a data injection on that one, although I suppose you could wait and see if it doesn't come up. I never have. I don't know if it comes up right there or not. It's a good idea to save along the way. There's this should be the third one, unless we got it. Yeah, it's the third one, so. I call that one the face. I think it's called reflection. In a Cabia hub. Let's run over here really fast and see if there's a shield available. I save every few stations. You can also call your freighter in if you don't want to add stations to your teleport list. Finally. Well, that planet is dead as a doornail. It's got a lot of stuff going on, though. All right, carry on. let's see. That might be too far. No, we got plenty of time. That's too far. Here we go. If I add up all the episodes of this, it's pretty plain, I think, to see that the mission isn't terribly long. It's as long as you make it. So if you just bring down, when you first meet Apollo and he sends you to his agent, if you just hire the overseer and then follow the instructions, it doesn't take weeks. We did the whole thing. We built a farm. We did a little bit of traveling around, not as much as I would have liked to. But we are going somewhere where it's going to be new and different for me, because it's somewhere that I've only passed through really quickly, and didn't spend much time there because it was scary at the time. So we'll see what it's like. Here we go. Once we get there. People do this mission for a lot of different reasons. Sometimes they do it because they just started the game and the game sort of leads you right into doing this mission. If you've played through the game already and you do the mission again, your purpose is different. And you can never repeat that first time. So if it's your first time, you know, take the time and enjoy it. Like, there's a lot of, it takes you to a lot of places. It takes you all over the galaxy. We got like really close. If we weren't actually in the galactic hub, the civilization, the galactic hub, then we were pretty darn close to it a few days ago. Here we go. It's also possible to hit a freighter battle in the middle of this. But freighter battles don't just happen after 3 hours and 5 jumps. The game wants you to spend time on the ground. So you you kind of need to actually hang out somewhere for a couple of hours at least. Oh, it's a shame it's a fungal planet. That is stunning looking. That is not so stunning looking. All right. We're getting further and further from the center of the galaxy, because the hub that's out here is called the Geknip Gang, and I think it's around 712,000 light years from the center of the galaxy. I can't remember exactly. I'd have to load a different save to find out. Atkasha. Okay, here we go. You are not alone. You can't go to the center. You can't do this to us. You can't leave us. The center of each galaxy, it's the Atlas. All else just interfaces, all else a shadow of its might. You don't deserve it. You'll wipe us all to save. How do you know? I did what I had to do. I told you that. I couldn't die without seeing everything there was to see. I did what I had to do, but the Atlas, it won't let me back in. It won't speak to me. What did you do, Null? I've committed such atrocities, Traveler. I had to. It was me or them. It's always been me or them. Please, if you go through the center, if you do what I did, it will reset everything. It will replace me, wipe me. All those souls, they'll have died for nothing. It was the only way to live on. You have to understand. Life for more life. They sustained me. It can't all have been for nothing. I was going to see it all. I say goodbye. As Null screams at me to reconsider, I end the communication. There's nothing left but the path towards the center. Here's our data injection. Sorry. Righty. Oops, too far. There we go. I don't know if it matters if you go to a civilized system or not. I just always do, and so I don't challenge it. It may not matter. So much warping. So many loading screens. Lod Bear system. Should probably save. Here's the data injection. Alright. I just wanted to make sure that, even though I have all the glyphs, I want to make sure that the glyph sequence, the Atlas sequence, comes up before I land. I don't know if it'll interfere. There's so many things that I don't know if doing it wrong will mess it up, because I never want to mess it up. That's a science I don't want to do. Let's make a couple more jumps. And I don't want to stretch this out too much. Come on, there we go. Nope. There we go. I'm like kind of sure that it doesn't matter where you warp to, but at the same time I don't want to push my luck. If the game crashes in this part of the mission, it's not a problem. Don't worry about it. Just reload your game and make sure you're on the right mission and go forward. Oops. And wait for the data injections. There it is. Got into a little bit of a hurry. So many random systems. They go into your discoveries, but as long as you don't land, they don't go onto your teleport list, so you don't have to worry about it too much. I just suggest saving, especially right now. We're in sort of in update season, and the game is a little bit crashy. I think we will take one more jump and land, and then we will continue this next time. And because there's no reason for this episode to be super long. Sort of already, it's 30 minutes already, so we'll just go there. I never even, once I get a fighter to 1500 light years, I never really look at its hyperdrive like its light year range again. Because I'm not really worried about it. It's not a jump ship, it's a fighter. There it is. Alright. We got 4 more jumps in the Purge. So when we come back next time, we will finish the Purge and make a huge decision. It's always a big decision. Alright, you guys. I want to thank you all so much for coming along. We will see you next time. Have a great day.